Woo! What's up guys, Mitch Mortar here. The newest Pokemon game is almost here, so in today's video I'm going to be catching you up by discussing everything that we know about Pokemon Legends ZA. Let's get it, let's go! Alright, this video is going to be split into 3 different categories: story, gameplay, and new stuff. So let's get started. It's story time, baby. The story begins as your character arrives in Lumio City to do some sightseeing when you're recruited to take part in the Urban Development Plan, which is a plan put into place by Quasar Inc., which we'll get into them a little later, to make the city a home where both Pokemon and people can live together. Your starters are going to be Chikorita, Totodile, Tepig. Who saw that coming? Not me. Probably not literally anybody else on the planet. After proving your battle skills to your rival, which is going to be either Urbane or Tawny, depending on like what kind of character you choose, you'll be drafted into Team MZ. So pretty much you're on vacation, it seems like, and you just get drafted into a gang, pretty much. Team MZ is an organization formed to help keep Lumiose a peaceful place. To me, this is giving like Giorno and Bucharity vibes from Golden Wind. So, are we going to be like a gang of like peacekeepers, or are we going to be like a vigilante kind of thing? I guess we'll find out. Team MZ consists of your rival, yourself, Lita, and Naveen. Lita's a dance student that came to Lumiose to become a professional dancer. She loves croissants and uses Staryu. The croissant thing was that's deep lore. Deep lore. Not really. Naveen is an aspiring fashion designer who's gaining reputation in Lumio City. He joined MZ to use like their studio space, so he's pretty much using Team MZ just so he can like make clothes, which, you know what? I respect the hustle. He uses Scraggy, but doesn't like battling too much, which is interesting to me because both of these characters have Mega Stones, so we can just assume that we're getting Mega Starmie and Mega Scrafty, which is dope. Scrafty is cool, and so is Starmie, I guess. To me, these two characters seem very interesting because like they have like 2 different dynamics. Lita seems like very enthusiastic and outgoing, whereas Naveen to me seems like a little like introverted and reserved. So I'm interested to see how like the relationship between these two develop during the course of the story. So you and Team MZ will often be recruited by Quasar Inc. to carry out certain missions and investigate occurrences and incidences like around the city. Quasar Inc. is the corporation behind the Urban Redevelopment Plan and is run by the CEO named Jet. Jet hopes to deepen the bond between people and Pokemon. Dude, like, she's gotta be a villain, right? Like, I feel like I've heard this one before. Vinny is Jet's secretary. That's all we know about Vinny. Also, his beard kind of looks like a Lysander's hair. Coincidence? I don't think so. As with all Pokemon games, you're going to be tasked with filling out the Pokedex. So the professor in this game is Mabel, who used to work for Lysander, which is crazy. So where's Sycamore? We got Lysander's goon. We got Lysander's goon taking the place of Sycamore. Weird. So actually, she's the acting director of the research lab. Sycamore, yeah, he's just doing hot guy shit, I guess. She needs you to investigate the sudden influx of wild Pokemon appearing in the city since the redevelopment plan started. I can tell you why, because the redevelopment plan is creating places for wild Pokemon to live. So of course, there's going to be more wild Pokemon in the city. Case closed. Game's over. You can register Pokemon to the Pokedex by catching, evolving, and Mega Evolving them. So it looks like we're going to be having like a Mega Evolution Dex, which is pretty dope. There's going to be a quest and like a side quest mechanic, kind of like in Legends Arceus. By doing quests for Mabel, you'll earn items like TMs, Mega Stones, presumably other stuff like Evolution Stones, stuff like that. Some of the things that Quasar Inc. will task you to investigate is going to be Rogue Mega Evolution. Pokemon all over the city have been Mega Evolving on their own without the use of a stone. These are called Rogue Mega Evolutions. So you and Team MZ will be tasked with like taking down, they use the term calming these wild Pokemon, these Mega Evolved these rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, and then you'll be able to gain Mega Stones from these battles. There are going to be other ways to get Mega Stones, but again, we'll talk about that in like the gameplay section. Alright, another part of the story is the the ZA Royale. At night, you can battle trainers and take part of the ZA Royale and earn your way from rank Z to rank A. It said that trainers that make it to rank A have a wish granted. To me, like, that's gotta be like a mythical Pokemon, right? Once you get to rank A, that's gotta be like a mythical Pokemon encounter. I'm thinking like Victory. Like, we got, see, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, Wishmaker, Jirachi, but we got Jirachi in BDSP, so I doubt that they would do it again so soon. So I'm thinking Victory, Victini, Victory Royale. I don't know, man. I mean, we're getting a Catalyst game with 2 Johto starters, so I think everything and anything is like on the table. You'll battle strong trainers like Corbeau, who is the leader of the Rust Syndicate, an operation that seems like super sketchy. Don't really know too much about like how the Rust Syndicate plays into the story, but they seem to have beef with Team MZ, so maybe they're like kind of like the vigilante group. I don't know. I guess we'll find out once the game comes out. I'm surprised he didn't talk about the mechanics about the ZA Royale during like the Pokemon Presents, but we can get into that during like the gameplay section, because there is actual confirmed information about how the ZA Royale operates. Also, Emma is back as this game's detective. So Sycamore's gone. Looker is gone. Something's happening here, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on, but these people are just vanished. Hoopa came and transported them elsewhere. Maybe she should investigate the sketchy Rust Syndicate. You'll assist Emma by helping her with quests like finding lost Pokemon, lost items, stuff like that. So she kind of seems to be like this side quest NPC. So it seems like there's going to be like a ton of people like giving out like quests and stuff. So story-wise, like so far, that's pretty much all we know. Like, we know Zygarde's in the game, obviously. We know that there are Zygarde cells. We don't know how like the Zygarde cells will play into the story. Like, do you collect the cells? More than likely. But we just don't really know how these things tie into the story. So now let's talk about the gameplay. Alright, gameplay time. Let's talk about battling. And if you didn't know, there's going to be a battle-heavy game. If that's not your thing, then probably shouldn't get the game. Starting Wild Pokemon battles is similar to Pokemon Legends Arceus. If you throw your Pokeball at a Pokemon or like near it, then you'll start a battle. There also seems to be Pokemon that will like run away, attack, or kind of just like be neutral like once they see you. Kind of, again, like in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So with trainers, like the trainer thing is really weird. They're kind of just like chilling, and you can like get the drop. You can get the drop on them by like doing the backstrike thing, and then that gives you like an advantage in battle, which is crazy strat. Crazy strat. I'm just sucker punching everyone. So the battle style for this game is like crazy different compared to any other Pokemon game. These are real-time battles. This is the first for like this series, real-time battles. RIP turn-based. Just kidding. There's no way that they would get rid of turn-based, right? Right? With these battles being real-time, you have like a lot more to consider, like when and when not to like use an attack. Like, do you want to use like a ranged attack, melee attack, an area of effect attack, which those are in like the game now, it seems. So like something like Water Gun would be like a ranged attack, or Scratch would be like a melee attack, or like Earthquake would be like an area of effect attack. You're also able to dodge oncoming attacks by just running away. That seems like really weird to me. Like, you're kind of just like running away mid-battle and your Pokemon's just like running behind you. Really weird like mechanic, but like whatever, it works. At that point, I feel like in this battle you should just like give us like 100% control of the Pokemon. I feel like that would have been like a lot easier of like an option, and like just it would have been like more fluid, I think. You can obviously Mega Evolve during battle if your Pokemon is holding the appropriate Mega Stone and has a strong enough bond with its trainer. They haven't elaborated much on like the bond with its trainer, because they've been like really like leaning into this bond thing. So I'm like led to believe that like it won't be enough to have a Mega Stone for a Pokemon to Mega Evolve. Like, I'm thinking like you're going to have some sort of relationship maybe with your Pokemon and have a stone in order for it to Mega Evolve, which is like fine, I guess. You know, it's cool. It kind of like, you know, makes it so you're not like completely overpowered at the beginning of the game. Also, when a Pokemon Mega Evolves, it is going to be timed. Like there's like a little gauge in the corner that fills up and then goes down. It kind of reminds me of like the overdrives in Kingdom Hearts 2. The drive would fill up, you'd use your overdrive, then you get like 2 keyblades and stuff, and then like a timer would start, and like once it runs out, then you go back to like your base Sora. Alright, so how do you get Mega Stones? Like I said before, there are going to be like multiple ways to get Mega Stones. Defeating like rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, like I said before, going to be a good way to get Mega Stones. There are also going to be Mega Crystals that you're going to be able to crush. They look kind of, it's like kind of similar to like the like mineral deposits in Legends Arceus. I'm assuming you just like throw out a Pokemon, crush, then you get like Mega Crystals. And then you can exchange them to someone at Quasartico Inc. I also believe that there's going to be someone where you can just plain out purchase Mega Stones from. Also, why does the Mega Crystals just look like Diancie poo? So obviously that means like we're going to be getting Mega, or we're going to be like getting like a Diancie encounter at some point, right? I just want to throw out there real quick that like Legends Arceus pretty much let you capture every single mythical Gen 4 Pokemon. I'm assuming that in Legends ZA, we're going to be able to catch every Gen 6 mythical Pokemon as well. Alright, let's talk about catching. Catching! For the most part, catching in ZA seems pretty similar to Legends Arceus. You could either just do like a regular battle and knock their HP down, or you can catch the Pokemon just by throwing a ball at it. So it seems... Can I help you? You? Hello? So it seems like in this game, like after you knock out a Pokemon's HP all the way, you're going to have like a little like time window where you can throw a Pokeball, which is again like a series first. So you can finally, after 30 years, catch a Pokemon after it faints. Yeah, let's go! Okay, so where do you encounter and catch wild Pokemon? So thanks to the redevelopment plan, Lumiose now has wild zones. Yeah, these habitats are areas where Pokemon can thrive inside the city, but wild Pokemon will also spawn like outside of these wild zones as well. So these are like, I'm assuming like certain Pokemon will spawn in certain habitats during certain times of the day, and they'll like change and like depending on like your story progression, stuff like that. Also, I'll just touch on this a little bit. The character customization in this game looks fantastic. This is the so Gen 6 was the first Pokemon game to have like any sort of like character customization. So this is dope. Like the customization in this game looks amazing. So I'm really excited for that. Especially coming off of Scarlet and Violet, where I had to wear my stinky school uniform for 3 years. ZA Royale. Alright, let's talk about the ZA Royale mechanics. So like I said before, part of ranking up in the ZA is going to be partaking in the ZA Royale. But how do you rank up in the ZA Royale? So at night, red fenced-off areas called battle zones appear in the city, and inside these areas are trainers. So just like how you can get the drop on trainers by, like, you know, chucking your balls at them, they can get the drop on you as well. So you gotta make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Also, like in games past, if a trainer spots you, it's battle time, baby. In order to rank up, you need to participate in promotion matches, which will take place after obtaining a Challenger's ticket. So how do you get a Challenger's ticket? To earn a Challenger's ticket, you need to earn ticket points by beating trainers in battle zones. There's other ways to get ticket points, like there's going to be like these little card things that are on the ground. You can pick them up, and they're like little almost like little side quests. They kind of remind me of BBQs from the Blueberry Academy. They'll have like stipulations, like specific things you need to do, almost like a tiny like side quest, like use this type of Pokemon, do this much damage, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so you can keep track of your points and your rank and battle record using the ZA Royale app. The Pokemon website also says, and other battle records as well. So I'm led to believe that like you're going to be like, this is going to be like a multiplayer game, and it's going to like keep track of like your battle record between like you and your friends. like kind of like how we had like on our trainer card, like in like the DS games. All right, new stuff. Let's go. Mega Dragonite. That's it. That's all we know. That's all we know for a fact. Like, so far, at the time of recording, Mega Dragonite has been the only dragon, or the only Mega Pokemon confirmed. We can speculate all we want, but this is the only one that we know 100% is coming. That's pretty much it for, like, the new stuff. Not really. Alpha Pokemon are back as well. Not new, but, like, super sick. In the press release about Alpha Pokemon, though, it says that the Pokemon will attack you. So I'm led to believe that, like, kind of Legends Arceus, we're going to have, like, our player, like, be able to take damage, which is cool. We can potentially pass away. My player is going to pass away in the back alley of Lumia City. This isn't particularly new, but it does kind of, like, bring a new element to photos. Looks like your Rotom phone can be, like, a drone, or you get, like, a tripod or something, so you can take, like, pictures and, like, pose with, like, all of your Pokemon, which is pretty cool. I'm honestly super excited about this game. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited for. That's all I got for you. Peace.